guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me for another one of my videos today. So today I want to share with you how to be a magic manifestor. So recently I've been really called to talk about in all of my work, I've done a blog post on this recently as well, of how to flow with the stream of abundance, how to get into the flow and stream of abundance as well, and how to, you know, be a magic manifestor where not only you're manifesting your desires, but you're manifesting abundance regularly and you're setting those intentions regularly and they're happening for you. And the reason why this felt topical for me to talk about with you this week, guys, is because over the last week I've manifested 4 incredible things which I had no intention of manifesting, weren't really, you know, on my to-do list of manifesting as such. And I just really wanted to, like, you know, think, okay, what have I done here to create that stream of abundance? What have I done to tap into this and to have not 1 but 4 incredible manifestations that I've wanted for so long come into fruition without me even trying? It's very effortless manifesting, and when you can effortlessly manifest, oh, things flow amazingly, and they're always the best manifestations because you're not expecting them. Like, you're flowing with life, you're flowing with the universe. So I wrote down some ways that you can become a magic manifestor. So first of all, my number 1 tip is to manifest regularly, and that is not to say you have to attract those things regularly, but what I'm saying is setting the intentions regularly. So if you are setting regular intentions, monthly goals, monthly manifestations, whether it's money, work related things, personal life related things, make sure that you are setting intentions. Don't just do the vision boards. Don't just, you know, do it once and that's it. You know, each month manifest the steps towards those bigger dreams, manifest regularly and set those goals. Because a lot of the time what people do is they'll do the vision board, they'll do the big grand, you know, dream life vision board or whatever, and then they'll be sat there like, oh, how come people are manifesting loads of things and I'm not? Vision boards are more like long-term goals, so they're great to do, but really what you need to be focusing on is manifesting things. If you want to manifest regularly, you have to be clear regularly. You have to be setting intentions regularly for the universe to bring things to you regularly. So it's really common sense, but a lot of the time people don't know what they want, or like what would I want to manifest this month? So really sit down with that and think, okay, what things are coming up for me this month? Do I want to manifest, you know, brilliant outcomes to things? Do I want to manifest you know, new opportunities, new money? Or do I want to manifest things going really well with, like, I don't know, something, a project you're doing that month? So, you know, really think about what's coming up in your month and what you can manifest, you know, positive outcomes to, surprises, and also, you know, new manifestations as well. Now, my number 1 tip, I know it's my number 2 tip, but here's my number 1 tip, is to create the space. Create the space in your life, emotionally and physically. So when you want to manifest something, you have to create the space in your life to attract it into your life. So if we are looking at being in the stream of abundance, you're going to have the space in your life to have a stream of abundance flow into your life. You know, if you're only creating small bits of space, emotionally and physically, then you're only going to be able to fill that with what you've cleared, if that makes sense. So think about it, you know, go through your house. Are you holding on to stuff? I know I am guilty of this as well. It is nearly spring. Have a good spring clean. This is the best time. New energy, new vibes, clear out space. Clothes you haven't worn in years, give them to friends, give them away to charity, you know, like clear them out. Like, the more you're hoarding, like, think about that. What you're kind of avoiding or hoarding physically is also going to be affecting you mentally and emotionally as well. So, you know, it's like tidy home, tidy mind, isn't it? You know, if you've got a messy home, it's going to affect you mentally as well in your kind of like thought processes. So, you know, go through your house. Is there anything that you've been avoiding, like that messy drawer that needs sorting? Go through your house and clear your space physically. Have a good clear out. This is always really good to do, like every 6 months. Have a good clear out of things and make sure that, you know, it feels energetically like there's space in your home too. And then what you can do is obviously reflect that emotionally and within you as well mentally. So are you avoiding doing anything? Is there anything you need to work on? Do you need to, like, I don't know, go to the hairdressers? Do you need to go to the dentist? Do you need to go to the doctors? Like, if there's anything you're avoiding, create the space by sorting that. And even things like letting go of the past. That was something I really did recently as well. There was a few things where I just thought, you know what, let it go. Let it all go. Send it on its way. Forgive, let it go. Just let it go. Create that space. And what I want to say is with what I've manifested over the last few weeks, I haven't intended to. I haven't created the space on purpose. It was just something I very naturally felt called to do. And actually one of my friends has recently manifested buying a house as well, and it's interesting how she last week as well felt called to clear and create space and start packing things in her current house without having any house to view, without having any hope, and then boom, the house came up. So a lot of the time, and I've noticed this so much in my life with manifestations, when I have a good clear out, whether it's in my house, mentally, letting go of the past, like, you know, just letting go of things I've been holding on to, whether it's like the past, emotions, I don't know, clothes, items, a messy drawer, whatever it may be. Like, oh my god, I went through one of my drawers and found like birthday cards and Christmas cards from like the last 5 years, and I was like, okay, these are great, but do I need to keep all of them? No. So even things like this, like, we get so sentimental as humans. So, you know, just really like asking yourself, like, do I really need to keep this? Is it going to bring me joy? Am I actually going to wear it or look at it ever again? You know, and really get rid of anything that's, you know, not serving your highest good in all forms, physically, emotionally. You know, I really had a good clear out of just a lot of things really, and then boom, like magic, these manifestations were like attracted to me through that stream of abundance. And you know, I got into that stream of abundance. And another great tip, you know, is obviously creating the space like we've said, but it's also to be having fun now. Fun and joy is the ultimate creator, the ultimate manifestation vibration to be in. So make sure in this time as well that you're, you know, thinking like, what are my passions? What would really bring me joy right now? Go and do those things. You know, stop living in the future for your manifestations. Pull yourself into the now. Focus on the now, have fun in the now, and live your goddamn life now, guys, because this is another trap I fell into. And I always find my manifestations happen when I'm deadly present, I'm grounded, I'm like, you know, here in the now, not worrying about tomorrow, not worrying about my manifestations. I'm just too busy having fun, and that's when they happen. So I'm not saying like distract yourself, but in a way it really is good to, you know, not busy yourself because you don't want to like burn out, but, you know, focus on other things and focus on things that are happening now, today, tomorrow, this week, and get excited, have fun, plan some fun things to do. Go out, make some memories and have fun, because this is also a great way to tap into that abundant stream. So to talk a little bit more about the manifestations that happened for me, one of them I really can't talk about because I will get in so much trouble because it's not signed off yet, but it's something that wasn't like a really long-term goal, not at all. It was something that I kind of thought about in the last few months to kind of accompany my book, and it happened really easily and really seamlessly because I wasn't attached to it. I was just like, eh, if it happens, great. If it doesn't, I'll find a way. Like, so again, being detached from your manifestations is so good. So one of the manifestations that happened was Gabby Bernstein coming on my podcast. Now, if you guys know me, Gabby Bernstein is like, oh, everything. She's helped me so much from, you know, my spiritual awakening 4 years ago with her books, her videos. I've gone to her live events. So I love Gabby and, you know, share her work quite a lot. And it was always a goal of mine to have Kyle Gray, Rebecca Campbell and Gabby Bernstein on my podcast. And I've had Kyle, I've had Rebecca, and they're amazing guests and so lovely people. And I had the opportunity last year to interview Gabby for Super Attractor, and it just didn't work out because of our schedules. And I was like, no! So I took that inspired action. I emailed her PR lady because I knew the book was coming out and she was doing podcasts. So I like took my inspired action and it just didn't quite work out because of timing. So I just thought, okay, this is gonna happen one day. Like, I'm trusting, you know, like that interview would like really help people. Like, it would be such an amazing interview to like share with my followers, share with you guys. And it would just be, you know, amazing to like actually chat to her. So I just let it go. And obviously it wasn't on my to-do list. It just was not on my to-do list at all. It wasn't something I was focusing on or trying to work towards. I just really surrendered it and was like, when it happens, it happens. So again, I held that end goal, but I was detached on the hows, the whens, the whys, and the time frame, which is so important with manifesting. And before I knew it, Gabby's assistant emailed me with an opportunity where I could get her on my podcast. And I was like, wow, okay, that was really easy. And she booked it in and I was like, wow, okay, so it's happening, guys, it's coming soon. But I'm so excited with that. And another manifestation was my new book, Positively Wealthy, hitting #1 bestseller on Amazon before I've even launched it. So my intention was not that. My intention was, you know, oh my God, if it hit #1 bestseller, that would be like incredible. Like, that's every author's dream. And I had no attachment to it because obviously it was like 2 weeks. I hit it yesterday, which was the 3rd of March. And obviously for me, like, we're launching the pre-order in 2 weeks time. So we've got loads of stuff to upload still to the listing on Amazon, like the ebook, and, you know, I've got the website to sort out. So none of us were promoting it. None of us were really talking about it. It was just up there secretly on Amazon, but people were clearly finding it. And I was just scrolling on Amazon, clicked on my listing. Okay, I'm a #1 bestseller and I didn't even realize it. So I am so thankful, guys, for you guys who have been secretly purchasing the book. And for everyone's getting excited here, if you want paperback, the paperback is up. We're just waiting for the ebook to be uploaded, and obviously the official pre-order will launch in 2 weeks time. So don't worry, I'm not trying to like push any sales right now, but so don't worry, I'm not saying like go and get it now, wait for 2 weeks. But what is just so weird is obviously how it happened so effortlessly. Like with Spiritual Queen, I really, like, that was such a goal, and like it really took a while for it to happen because I was like attached to it. Whereas this time around I was like, hey, it would be great if that happened. I mean, I've already done it with Spiritual Queen, but it would be great if that happened, and I know it will happen at some point. But again, I let go of the time frame, wasn't even like thinking about that, wasn't even focused on that, and it was just randomly one day it happened. And then another manifestation which happened this week was my love for Example. So if you guys like know me and came to my summit, I am in love with the artist Example. Not in a romantic way, I just love his music, have loved it for over 10 years, and I've been to so many of his concerts, met him a few times, was in his music video, so I'm a big fan. And a couple of months ago, before my summit in London, I saw on Facebook there was an event and that he was going to be performing in Bournemouth, where I live, and I was like, huh, that would be cool. Like, he hasn't performed in the UK for 6 years, so I was like, oh, that would be cool. And he's got some new music out, which I love as well. So I thought nothing of this. And then basically, when I was at my summit, when we were on the panel, a lady in the audience asked us who our biggest inspirations were, and everyone started saying music inspirations, and Beyonce was obviously everyone's answer. And I really thought, oh, that's interesting. Like, who would be my music influences and inspirations through life? So I obviously said Beyonce because she has been, but it's like, do you know what? Example as well. And it was in that moment I thought, I need to go to his gig. I don't know why, I need to go to this. And I've been so excited ever since. So me and my friend booked in, and I was like, right, I need to manifest getting a picture with Example, because all of my previous pictures have my exes in it. And to be honest, that's not really what I want to frame and, you know, keep, you know. So I was basically like, right, we now need to manifest a photo with Example where there's no exes in it. So the concert's on this Friday, so I haven't actually been to it yet. And there was meet and greet tickets with this game you could play. So we were obviously trying to win it, and I got a top score, but the app didn't register my vote. Classic Mercury retrograde. And I was like, oh my God, no, I would have been in the top 10. I could have played for the tickets. And I was like, Charlie, no, like Mercury retrograde screwed me over. And in that moment, I just had this intuition of like, don't worry, you're still gonna meet him. Like, just trust, like trust it's gonna come about. And I was like, okay, well, if it's not through winning these tickets, like how else would I do that? So Charlie and I decided to take to the act of continually tweeting him to get his attention. And he did actually like one of my tweets, but again, nothing came from it. So in the end, I just thought, do you know what? I'm just gonna send him an Instagram message. And I just said, like, I'm really excited to come to your gig. Like, you know, this is my 5th time. Like, I'm so excited to see you. I'm so pleased of like all the things you've achieved. Like, it's so good to see you back and releasing music and happy. And I was just like, are you planning to do anything? Because he does some things for fans sometimes at gigs. I was like, are you planning to do anything at Bournemouth? Because I would really love to get a photo with you without one of my exes in it. And just as a kind of like joke, I just thought, you know what? I'll send it. He never had read my like previous tags. I'd put him on stories or anything. So I was like, we'll just trust, we'll just trust. So that was sent about 2-3 days ago. And again, I was just like letting it go, didn't read it. That was it. And I was like, okay, that was like literally probably, that message is probably at the bottom of his DMs now. And then this morning I literally woke up 2 days after I sent that message. So you can imagine how many like DMs down that would have been. And he'd liked my post where I mentioned him saying that I was going to the gig on Friday, and also said, don't worry, we'll get a photo, message me on Friday and we'll set it up. And I was like, so literally I'm so excited. so excited. And again, in that moment, although all week it's kind of like been on my mind of, okay, universe, I'm trusting, what do I do here? And I just got keep communicating. So I was like, okay, I need to keep tweeting him, like keep messaging. That's the only way I can communicate with him. And I just really yesterday let it go. I was really like, do you know what? I was celebrating being a #1 bestseller on Amazon. I was like going to Zumba, having fun, living my best life, living my daily life, completely relaxed and detached from it. And then woke up to that this morning. So 2 big manifestations in 24 hours, which is incredible. So really, you know, to cut this into a short video, what I'm trying to say here is like really detaching yourself from it. So I held that end goal. I held that goal of this will happen at some point. I trust it, I know it, and I'm going to put my trust in the universe. But I wasn't obsessing, I was relaxed, I was focused on other things, I was having fun, enjoying life, and all these things happened. These 4 things happened. So the 4th one, hopefully I can tell you soon. But again, it's just being in that relaxed state of where you're having fun, you're focusing on other things, you're not obsessing about it, you're not there like it must happen. You know, you become detached to it of it will happen at the right time for the highest good of all. So try these tips that I've mentioned. I'll link the blog post as well that I've written as well for some extra tips in there, because there's lots of different tips in there as well. But I hope this video has really helped you to become a magic manifestor and get into the stream of abundance regularly. So let me know your thoughts, guys. As always, like comment down below how you get into the stream of abundance and any like multiple manifestations you've had. But it's really surprised me that it's happened in Mercury retrograde, because it's Mercury retrograde, but it proves it's all mindset with that of if you have that positive intention, if you're doing that work, if you're, you know, addressing and clearing that space like we said, when you clear that space, manifestations can enter no matter what time of year it is. So thank you so much, guys, for watching my video. I appreciate all your views and likes. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, because I would love to see you again. Don't forget to leave me a comment in the comments box down below, because I reply to them all. And don't forget you can join my free Law of Attraction support group over on Facebook, where you can join myself and other like-minded souls, where we talk all things Law of Attraction and spirituality. I hope you have a great week, whatever you are up to, and I'll see you all in my next video, which will be next week. Lots of love, guys.